Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Beat the Press podcast, and you read the title. We're here with a mock draft 3.0, 2.0, whatever you want to call this. I like to call it my 2.0, considering my first mock draft was on TikTok. Didn't really go much into depth with the picks, but you know what? Yeah, this is 2.0 on YouTube, 3.0 all time, I guess you want to say. And let's not waste any time. Let's just get right into it. There's been many trades that have happened that are definitely going to trade the draft order. And it should be interesting, Before we go, as you can see, I'm rocking that throwback Oilers Earl Campbell jersey. If you need any jerseys, make sure you go to jerseybird.com for some of the best custom jerseys. They got custom jerseys, they got exclusive jerseys, they have got some of the best quality jerseys. Not only do they look good, but they feel good when you wear them, when you touch them. And use promo code BEATTHEPRESS for 10% off your order, plus free shipping, of course. That is jerseybirdofficial.com. Now let's hop right into this mock draft. First overall, you got the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're obviously going to take the Clemson project, Trevor Lawrence. They need a new face. And Trevor Lawrence is going to give them a fresh restart. We're a week to the draft. As I'm recording this, actually, it's a Monday. We're 10 days away, but this should be uploaded a week away from the draft. And I don't think that's changing. Number 2, the New York Jets. They're going to take Zach Wilson out of BYU. Some people are speculating, maybe they'll take Justin Fields after he's had a ridiculous pro day, but I don't see that happening. Zach Wilson just seems to be the perfect fit for the New York Jets. I mean, they've recruited Zach Wilson. Now they're practically recruiting his family. If you heard on the BYU pro day, they were talking to Zach Wilson's family, this and that, all cute little chatters. So I can see them taking Zach Wilson at number 2. Number 3 here, my San Francisco 49ers. I made the video when we traded up. People are still talking about Mac Jones. Some people have the audacity to say it's guaranteed to be Mac Jones. Now, some people are saying Justin Fields after his amazing pro day. I'll put the picture up right here. Kyle Shanahan and Justin Fields having an amazing interaction. However, today, Monday, Trey Lance had his pro day. And I think that's going to be the pick. Trey Lance is the ultimate what if, I guess I want to say, of this draft. He's the biggest question of this draft. He's a prodigy. He has potential, I'm going to say, to be the best quarterback of this draft. And that includes Trevor Lawrence. He's got a big arm. He's mobile. And he needs to sit a year under the starting quarterback. San Francisco, they don't want to move Garoppolo right now. They want Garoppolo probably the starter week 1. And so I can see them getting Trey Lance. Hey, why not draft the quarterback with huge upside? Now, if we take Justin Fields, am I going to be mad? No. I am a Justin Fields fan. I didn't like the guy at first, but he's hooked me on. He's shown me amazing things. And as a Niners fan myself, Justin Fields or Trey Lance I'll be happy with. In this mock draft, though, I'm taking the quarterback out of North Dakota State, Trey Lance. Huge arm. Absolutely a phenomenal player. Number 4, the Atlanta Falcons. Now, I 90% am sure the Falcons trade out of this pick. It just doesn't make sense for them to stay. They will probably want to trade down to get defense. However, I'm doing no trades in this mock draft. So I have them taking Justin Fields. Hey, I just talked all that about Justin Fields. I had them taking Justin Fields in the last mock draft, and I feel like the fit is perfect, in my opinion. I just really like Justin Fields to Atlanta. Now, obviously, I've seen people say, Kyle Pitts, this and that. But I don't know. I feel like getting Justin Fields kind of as the learner, I guess, sitting behind Matt Ryan to learn the playbook. And, he has some flaws still that I feel like with Matt Ryan, he'll be able to iron out. Number 5, the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't like this pick at all, but it's practically guaranteed. Number 5, the Cincinnati Bengals taking Ja'Marr Chase out of LSU. Now you say, you might be saying, how do you not like this pick? It's your mock draft. Because the Bengals have practically came out to say they're targeting Ja'Marr Chase. And Falcons aren't going to take Ja'Marr Chase. None of the top 3 teams are going to take Ja'Marr Chase. So Bengals are practically a lock for Ja'Marr Chase to reunite him with Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow said he wants Ja'Marr Chase too. I think that the move here is Penei Sewell. However, the Bengals don't want to protect Joe Burrow while they get him another weapon. It's really keep Burrow happy by getting a receiver, or keep Burrow safe and happy by getting Sewell, and he'll be happy because he won't be getting injured. Ja'Marr Chase is a phenomenal prospect. He's one of the best receivers he is the best receiver in this class. One of the best receiver prospects we've seen since Julio Jones. He has the length, he has the catching ability, he has the size, he has the speed, he has it all. He could be a really great receiver in the league. The Bengals are going to have a top three, I'm going to say top 5 receiving core in the league next year. Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, and now Ja'Marr Chase. Bengals are going to be exciting in a couple years, though. However, it's kind of hard to be exciting when you don't have an offensive line for your starting quarterback. Number 6, Miami Dolphins. A lot of people have them taking Kyle Pitts here. A lot of people have them taking Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. I have them going Penei Sewell. I'm a big Penei Sewell fan. You know, I want Bengals to take him. I don't see Bengals taking him. So Miami's going to jump on that train. They're going to take Penei Sewell. And now, yes, he played left tackle in Oregon. Actually, I'd like to see Chargers trade up to 4 to take Sewell. Chargers could trade up to 4 to take Sewell. Broncos could trade up to 4 to take whoever the Niners don't take. Washington could trade up to 4 to take whoever the Niners don't take. 4 is just so much up for grabs. But, you know, right now we have Sewell going to Miami. Now, Sewell is just so versatile. Yes, he's a left tackle in Oregon. However, Tua is a left-handed quarterback. Therefore, your right tackle is important. So, if I'm the Dolphins and I take Sewell, I'm moving him at right tackle. Because, if you know, blind side. The left-handed quarterback, the right side is going to be the blind side. Obviously, if Sewell doesn't want to change positions, then that's a different story. But yeah, there's that. Penei Sewell to the Miami Dolphins. Don't know why that's like questionable. I just think it's perfect. I don't feel like receiver is a big need for the Dolphins. Maybe I don't know if that's controversial or not. I just don't feel like receiver is a big need for the Dolphins. 7, Detroit Lions. They're going to go Jalen Waddle. The Lions have a lot of issues, and wide receivers is definitely one of them. They lost Marvin Jones. They lost Kenny Golladay. But they got Jared Goff. They could also go Rashawn Slater. You know, they have DeAndre Swift, and he's really young. He's a great guy. But I could see them going Jalen Waddle, who is probably also in competition to be one of the best receivers in this draft. Only thing is, you know, he's got some ankle injury issues, and as long as that doesn't linger into the league, I'm sure he'll be fine. You know, although playing with the Lions, it's gonna kind of take him down a little bit. But you know, I like Jalen Waddle. He's a great guy, fast. He's got like Tyreek Hill speed. I mean, the dude is gonna be good in the league. Just don't feel like he's gonna be good with the Lions, if that makes sense. Number 8, Carolina. I have them taking the best player in this draft, Kyle Pitts, tight end out of Florida. Carolina is gonna have one of the best offenses in the league. They just got Sam Darnold, who has so much potential. They have Christian McCaffrey, one of the most explosive players in the league. Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore, a very good 1-2 punch out receiver. And now including Kyle Pitts in that. Defenses aren't going to know what to do. If Sam Darnold plays to his true potential, these Panthers are really going to take over that division in a couple of years. And I'm excited for it. Carolina have got some nice uniforms. Kyle Pitts is going to look nice in them. I'm really excited for Carolina's takeover. Hey, listen, when Carolina starts competing for a title, I hope we all think back to this video. I'll upload this clip as a matter of fact. Number 9, Denver Broncos. They're going to take Mac Jones here in this mock draft. Not a big Mac Jones guy at all. But he just seems to fit this narrative of the Broncos taking, I don't mean to bring race into this, but white quarterbacks with, you know, big arms and accurate. And that just seems to be Mac Jones. If they don't trade up to 4, I expect them to take Mac Jones at 9. Just because Drew Lock is not the answer. Drew Lock is just bad, quite frankly. He's just bad. They have one of the most amazing wide receiver cores and tight end, actually, even Noah Fant. Their offense is good. They just need a dang quarterback. They need a dang quarterback to make that offense flow. Mac Jones is exactly that. He's a field general. He's a field general. He's a game manager. He'll make the offense move. They'll win some games. They won't compete for a Super Bowl with Mac Jones, but they'll win some games. Number 10, Dallas Cowboys. I got them taking Patrick Surtain. This has been projected for so long, and it's not even surprising at this point. I've seen people say Patrick Surtain is going to be like Jalen Ramsey. I feel like that's blasphemous. I'm sorry, but it's just going to be kind of tough to see another Jalen Ramsey, I feel like. Patrick Surtain will be a good cornerback, just not going to be Jalen Ramsey. Number 11 here, New York Giants. They're going to take Rashawn Slater. I'm a big Rashawn Slater fan. Giants, again, they kind of have, I don't want to say a lot of needs, but they have a couple needs. And I feel like fixing the offense is one of those needs. Rashawn Slater is built like an offensive guard. However, he's listed as an offensive tackle. I could see them, if he's put him at left guard, put him at left tackle. See how he plays at left tackle. If he's not good, put him at left guard, put him at right guard. He's versatile like that, and that's pretty big. Giants, they just got Kenny Golladay. They got Sterling Shepard. They have Darius Slayton. This is Daniel Jones' make or break here. If Daniel Jones doesn't perform, he's out the door. They're going to get a new quarterback. And in order to put Daniel Jones in that position to succeed, they got to go on and they got to get an offensive line. That defense we know is pretty good. That defense is borderline elite. Some might even say elite. Could they go defense? Possibly. However, it's been so good, you might as well help the offense a little bit. Number 12, Philadelphia Eagles. They're going to take Heisman winner Devontae Smith. Wide receiver has been a big need for the Philadelphia Eagles for God knows how long. They took Arcega-Whiteside over DK Metcalf, and they took Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson. I don't see them messing this up again. There's 3 good receivers. You're in position to take one of them. Yes, they're going to go on ahead. They're going to get that wide receiver that Philly fans have been waiting for. Devontae Smith is one of the best prospects in this draft. People say, oh, his weight, this and that. I don't think his weight is really going to affect him in the league. We've seen light receivers, Chad Ochocinco. We've seen light receivers succeed in the league. However, I don't feel like he'll succeed right away. Eagles, they have a lot of issues, especially how they're being ran. And it's not going to be Devontae's fault that he's going to not succeed. Just simply going to be the Eagles' fault. But I hope the best for him, of course. Number 13, the Chargers. I got them taking Christian Darrisaw, offensive tackle out of Virginia Tech. Quite frankly, Chargers, I feel like, are in a position to almost contend. You might as well get an offensive lineman to protect your franchise corner piece, Justin Herbert. Could they go defense here? Possibly. I'm just not too sure why you wouldn't want to go with Darrisaw when he's just right there for you. You take the offensive tackle to protect your pride and joy. Number 14, Minnesota Vikings. They're going to take Elijah Vera-Tucker, offensive guard. Yeah, offensive guard is a positional need for the Vikings, so they're going to go ahead and take Vera-Tucker out of USC. Number 15, New England Patriots. They're going to take J.C. Horn, cornerback out of South Carolina. People say, oh, he's a little physical, and people like that, but it could also be a downside because he does get flagged a lot. I'm a J.C. Horn fan. I like J.C. Horn. Yes, he is a little physical, but all those things, he's just a little handsy. All those things I think he'll be able to iron out, especially under Belichick. And I think he'd be the best cornerback out of this draft, truthfully. I think he'd be better than Surtain. I think he'd be better than Farley, who we'll get to later on in this draft. J.C. Horn, yeah, man. 16, Arizona Cardinals are going to take Micah Parsons. Parsons is probably the best linebacking prospect in this draft. He's so strong. He just looks like an absolute beast. If you look at him, I'll have his picture put up here. He just looks like an animal. It looks like he's just going to rock you and he's going to get hyped on you. He has some issues that have been floating around, but I don't think that's really going to matter. Arizona Cardinals, they're going to get an anchor to that defense, and I really like the move, truthfully. 17, the Las Vegas Raiders are going to take Tevin Jenkins. Now, this is kind of interesting, I feel like. Most people might expect them to go a linebacker here, might expect them to go defense. However, I read a report that Raiders are going to try to go for offensive tackles. Tevin Jenkins, I think, is one of the best prospects in this draft. I think he's a really good offensive tackle. You watch it, and he's just a bulldozer. I don't really know why Raiders would go offensive line when they kind of just cleared their whole O-line, but it is what it is, I guess. Tevin Jenkins, not much to say about him. You'll see the picture over here. He looks like, you know, your friendly neighborhood neighbor. But yeah, no, he'll run you over. He's an animal. Number 18, I got the Miami Dolphins taking the one, the only Rashad Bateman. Now, I was a Rashad Bateman fan before he got this hype. People have started talking about Rashad Bateman, but I like this dude before people started talking about him. I'm not too sure why I liked him. You just kind of watch him and you kind of know he has some special light to him. I know I was saying earlier, Miami receiver isn't one of the biggest needs. However, I feel like you just don't pass up on a Rashad Bateman like that when you could use a receiver. Yes, they have Parker. They just got Will Fuller. And Bateman, he'll be kind of that reliable guy, I feel like. You know, Parker, yes, they're kind of similar, I want to say. Parker just isn't reliable, though. Bateman, I feel like you'll be able to rely on, and he may be a late bloomer, kind of like how Devontae Adams was. If you remember Devontae Adams, people called him Drop-Onte, because he didn't have hands. Bateman is one of the best route runners in this draft, and I feel like he'll be the one to always be open that he'll be able to chuck that ball to. Number 19, Washington. They're going to take Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, linebacker out of Notre Dame. Now, my brother was questioning me, hey, why is Washington taking defense when they have a really, really good defense? However, JOK is more than just a defensive player. He'll play anywhere on the defense. If you want to pass rush him, you know, he's a little bit undersized to be a pass rusher, but, I mean, he could do it. He's listed as a linebacker. However, you could probably also go as safety. And I feel like Washington is going to love to use it. I feel like Ron Rivera is going to love that guy. You know, they could also go offensive tackle. They could go Alex Leatherwood or Simon Cosme. But I just like the JOK move. Chicago Bears, they're going to go Greg Newsome, the second cornerback at pick number 20. They cut Kyle Fuller. Not too sure why. And so, you know, this is basically kind of some move to replace him. Cornerbacks are always tough. But because they just seem to be the hardest position to play. And especially in the NFL, they take a minute to develop. We saw that with Jeff Okudah. Greg Newsome, I mean, it is what it is. It's just kind of positional need. Take the positional need. Number 21, Indianapolis Colts. They're going to take Samuel Cosme. This dude is an absolute beast. Oh my gosh. He looks, you look at him and he just looks a little undersized. And if you play football, you know, if you see an undersized tackle, they're a monster. And this is going to be a problem. We know we know the Colts love building that offensive line, and they're going to continue that. 22, the Tennessee Titans, they're going to take Caleb Farley. Yes, this is interesting. Caleb Farley, who used to be, you know, cornerback 1, 2, 3, and now being cornerback 4 in the Beat the Press mock draft. And that's only because he's had 2 back surgeries, I believe. He's just been, you know, and back is bad. You're getting back surgery and you're not even in the league yet. And it sucks, obviously. I feel like Farley has a lot of potential. And Tennessee, this could be the steal of the draft. Or, hey, it's okay. You just used a late first on a guy who's just a little bit injury prone. Tennessee, cornerback is a need for them. Go on ahead. They take Caleb Farley. 23, New York Jets are going to take Kwity Paye, edge rusher out of Michigan. Is this the first edge rusher taken? Might be. Jets have a lot of problems. You know, they could go offensive tackle, but yeah, they're going to go ahead and take an edge rusher. Robert Saleh could, I feel like, really bring out the true potential out of Kwity Paye. And it's going to be interesting to see how Saleh really runs his team, especially the defense. Could the Jets have a top defense? I don't know. We'll see. And I feel like Kwity Paye is going to be a cornerstone to that. If the Jets really want to have that elite defense that the Niners had a couple years back, Kwity Paye, you know, we saw Niners, they got Nick Bosa, and they had a top 5 defense. Could Kwity Paye be that Nick Bosa piece that'll really bring the Jets defense together? We'll have to wait and see. 24, Pittsburgh Steelers, Najee Harris. A lot of people predict this one. Running back the first round, always questionable. They could also go with whatchamacallit. They could go with offensive tackle. But a lot of people's talking about Harris to the Steelers. It's a perfect fit. Najee Harris is truly special. I think he could literally be like a Derrick Henry, but could catch. That is absolutely scary. 25, Jacksonville Jaguars are going to take Trayvon Moehrig, safety out of TCU. I really like this kid. so athletic, so talented. Jaguars, again, another team that have a lot of issues. But you got a kid like Trayvon on the board, you're not going to miss out on that. He's a really talented safety. And I feel like he'll really bring the Jags defense together. Because in my eyes, I feel like a strong safety is really important. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of people might disagree with that, but in my opinion, a strong safety is really important. Not like a strong safety, but like a strong safety. You know, mentally strong, physically strong, talented. Not like a strong safety position, if that makes sense. The Cleveland Browns, I have them going Zaven Collins, linebacker out of Tulsa, 26. Browns are one of the most complete teams. Let's just get that out the way. They've got a good O-line. They've got Baker Mayfield, one of the best running back duos in the league. A pretty good receiving core. Defense, they just got Clowney. So you got Garrett and Clowney on the ends. Linebackers, the only thing that's kind of slacking a little bit. And I feel like Collins could be the one to bring it together. He hits hard. And that's really it. No, obviously there's more to the guy. But yeah, Zaven Collins, you know, why not? Linebacker out of Tulsa, he's a hard hitter. You know what I'm saying? He'll hit you, he'll rock you, he'll make the plays. Cleveland need a linebacker. Why not? Baltimore Ravens at 27. They're going to go edge rush out of Georgia. Azeez Ojulari. I love saying that name, Azeez Ojulari. I like the kid. I like the kid a lot. He really reminds me of Shaq Barrett. He uses his hands. He'll get in the mud. Baltimore Ravens, you know, could argue they need a receiver, but I just don't think there's any other receivers in this draft that are first-round talent. So why not go with an edge rusher, you know? Go with the defense. 28th, the New Orleans Saints, they're going to go Eric Stokes, cornerback out of Georgia. You think about it, Saints have got Marshawn Lattimore, and then who? Okay. Now, they could have also gone linebacker. They could have also gone Jalen Phillips, you know, edge rusher. They could go receiver as well. I just feel like cornerback is more of a positional need. And having a guy like Marshawn Lattimore for Eric Stokes to train under and learn from, I feel like would be huge. Because Lattimore's also young, you got to remember that. Lattimore could improve himself some more. Having both those guys compete against themselves and each other is going to be great. Number 29, the Packers are going to take Christian Barmore, interior defensive lineman out of Bama. Christian Barmore. You know, I was kind of questioning this pick. It's kind of more just like best player available. And yeah, that's really as much as I could justify. I mean, Packers, they're already in a position to succeed. Just take best player available and roll with it. 30, Buffalo Bills are going to take Jalen Phillips, edge rush out of Miami. This dude, Jalen Phillips, I'm a fan of him, actually. I seen his girlfriend, his wife on TikTok, and I was like, I like this guy. And now he's a first-round projected fella. Played first 2 seasons at UCLA. You know, and he's had some injury concerns. Sorry, my camera stopped recording there. Very unfortunate, but, you know, we're back. If the camera looks a little different, the setup looks a little different, that's because I had to readjust my camera. You know, I didn't realize it actually stopped recording. Again, I record on my iPhone, so it's kind of tough. But hey, we'll get through this. So like I was saying, you know, Jalen Phillips, he's got some injury concerns. I was saying, you know, I feel like he'll be a slow burn. You know, I don't think he'll be an instant impact. I feel like he'll progress his way there. He'll get a couple sacks here and there, and he's just going to explode and bang. All of a sudden, he's going to be an elite pass rusher in the league. Next up, the Chiefs, I believe. My mock draft deleted. I deleted the tab. Mock draft went away. Thankfully, I remember the picks. The Chiefs, they're going to take Alex Leatherwood from Alabama. I mean, hey, we saw how the Chiefs were in the Super Bowl without the offensive tackles. So they're going to go on ahead, and they're going to take the best tackle available, Alex Leatherwood out of Alabama. Hey, if he's able to protect for Mac Jones, give Mac Jones all that time, then he'll be able to protect for Patrick Mahomes. Listen, they're going to pay you to protect Patrick Mahomes. That's a huge task, and I feel like Leatherwood will be able to do it. I mean, Chiefs, they can't let that Super Bowl, they can't let that happen again. And that starts with taking Alex Leatherwood and possibly taking another tackle. This is a very talented offensive lineman draft class. Next up, here we go. Last pick, number 32, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're going to take Jason Oweh, Penn State defensive end. This was kind of hard for me to predict. Tampa Bay is another one of those phenomenally built teams that really don't have many holes. So might as well go with an edge rusher. Jason Way, I don't really know much about him actually. He just started climbing up draft boards, so I haven't really done much research about him. I just know he's freakishly athletic, and so why not? Why not pair him alongside Shaquille Barrett, JPP, Vita Vea, Monkong Su? It's a great pickup. You know, they could also go, I don't even know, linemen maybe. I mean, they're just so built. Really, they could do anything that they want. But they're the Buccaneers, so they won't be questioned. The Buccaneers really have a good chance at running it back and making another Super Bowl run. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to round out this mock draft 2.0, 3.0, whatever you want to call it. I'm sorry, this last two picks, they were a little lower energy. I was a little bit mad, a little bit flabbergasted that my audio recording had deleted. But nonetheless, we got it done. 1 week until the draft, ladies and gentlemen. Put down in the comments below your prediction, who you think your team was going to draft, who you want your team to draft. Leave me some hot takes, you know, what you think of this. What do you agree with in my mock? What do you disagree with? You know, let me hear all the criticisms. I can handle it. I'm a big boy. And yeah, that's going to round it up. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched through this whole video, you get a cookie. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. I love you. Peace out.